Happy Wednesday, my friends. Welcome back. I am so glad to be here. So many wonderful things going on in my life right now. And it's insane that all of it is because of the same concepts and tools that I share with you. When you put this work into practice, it's where all the magic happens. My life literally just keeps getting better and better and better every year. So cool. And I want that for you too. But you got to do the work. It's truly the difference between watching a video like this one on how to ride a bike and actually getting on the bike. And that's where my work is with my students over at Recess School. We practice this stuff. I coach them through these concepts. And in turn, their lives just keep getting better and better and better as well. Love it. Okay, speaking of, if you are in recess, your worksheet is underneath this video. Let's go. Okay, today I am talking about the concept of letting go. Because whether you're letting go of a relationship or the assistant title at your job or the clothes in your closet, when we let go of one thing, we make room for something new. And if you're intentional and you're putting this work into practice, like my clients and my students, the something new will be something much bigger and much better than before. When we're not doing this work, we end up letting go of something just to bring something similar back in. But what's the point of that? If we're letting go of something, why not create something way cooler, right? It's like we don't get rid of an old sweater with holes in it to buy another sweater with holes in it. No, that don't make much sense. So we've got to make sure that when we decide to let go of something, that we're doing what's necessary to evolve into the next version of ourselves. A lot of us like to skip over that part. We think, you know what? I'm just going to let this thing go and hopefully I'll get it right this time around. Fingers crossed. But it doesn't work like that. When you don't actually do the self-work, the change can be easily confused as the growing and evolving. We're like, ooh, that was a big risk to let go of that thing. But then after a little time, we're like, oh, this new guy is exactly the type of guy I've always dated. Or once you settle into your new job, you're like, same crap, different desk. Change is always hard, you guys. So if you're going to make a change, why not change into something better? But let's back it up for a second, because most people I talk to are terrified of the letting go part altogether. I talk to people who want to become full-time entrepreneurs or artists or coaches or just claim a new position in their current field. But they're so scared of letting go of their current identity, even though it's not serving them, but because it's so familiar. But the truth is, you must be willing to let go of who you are in order to become who you want to be. I'm going to repeat that because important points are always worth repeating. I say that a lot. You must be willing to let go of who you are in order to become who you want to be. If you are not willing to let go of your current identity, then take a look around at where you are, because this is where you'll remain. Now, I know it's a tough pill to swallow, but that's just the way it is. Like, I can't be in a healthy relationship with a man if I'm still in an unhealthy relationship. I can't make 7 figures if I'm still making 6 figures. I can't be a full-time creative entrepreneur if I'm still the girl who works the corporate 9 to 5. You feel me? So you've got to ask yourself, what am I willing to let go of in order to make room for this other thing that I want in my life? What part of myself am I willing to let go of in order to become who I want to be? And before you run off to quit your job or kick your partner out of the house, hold up. What this means is that you must make the mental commitment and shift in your brain first. You've got to go all in up here. And remember what I said earlier, That's the part that most people skip over. You must make that big internal shift about what's possible for you first, and then you make decisions from that place. So for example, a client of mine came to me because she was tired of who she's been for so long. She's always been the person who's played small and safe and always did what was expected by other people, which resulted in her life looking the same exact way it always had. And she was tired of it. She knew that she needed to change something. So before we worked together, she attempted to change, but without doing the internal work first. And that's what so many of us do. We try to change our circumstances and manipulate the world to establish a new identity, but that never works. So she tried changing jobs and moving to a new city, but her patterns and experiences remained exactly the same because she never took the time to challenge her thinking about what was possible for her. So then when she came to me, I was able to help her work through that thinking, that limiting thinking. Again, she didn't want to be the person who played by the rules anymore, but the person who wanted to live out loud and do something uniquely amazing with her life. So we worked through all of her fears and doubts about leaving the past behind and all of her fears and doubts about the unknown future. And from that place, she was able to make concrete decisions from this new and improved identity. She went on this self-discovery quest to figure out what she really wanted instead of what was expected. Like that, my friends, is change. That is evolvement. That is what letting go of the old and making room for the new looks like. I went through a very similar identity crisis as my client and a lot of my clients. In order to become the person who loves their work and has this creative freedom and doesn't work the 9 to 5, I had to leave behind my rule-following 9 to 5 identity. I had to let go of who I was to become who I wanted to be. Yes, it's scary and it's uncomfortable, but it's necessary, and it creates the space to explore and claim a new identity. That's what real growth looks like and feels like. So are you willing to expand your mind about who you could be and what you deserve and what you're capable of? Are you willing to let go of something in order to upgrade your life? A lot of us like to sit still in our safety nets and kind of just like peek out the door to what could be, but we never actually walk through that door, right? Like you've got to be willing to walk through that door. Your job right now is to decide what you want to let go of, both internally and then externally. That's how you create the space for something new to come in. Because if you're holding on to things from your past that are not serving you, you're sending a clear message to the universe that you're not willing or ready to expand into your full potential. Think about the things in your life that are weighing you down. Are you willing to continue to be weighed down by an identity? By stuff that's not leading you to grow and to expand? It's scary, yes, but oh man, it is freeing. All right, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section below about what you're willing to let go of in order to make room for something new. And I will see you next week. Bye. Hey, if you found this video useful, you've gotta check out Recess. It's where you get access to all my trainings, YouTube guides, and the best part, weekly coaching with me. If you are ready to level up with the rest of my students, go to www.recessschool.com. See you there.